The Wheel of Samsara, breaking the cycle of suffering. The Wheel of Samsara, often referred to as the Wheel of Life, is one of the most powerful and profound concepts in Buddhist philosophy. It represents the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, driven by karma and the desires that bind us to the material world. To truly understand the significance of samsara is to acknowledge the nature of suffering, the impermanence of all things, and the endless loop that many of us are unknowingly trapped within. At the heart of the Wheel of Samsara lies the recognition that everything is interconnected. Our actions, thoughts, and desires shape our experiences and thus our journey through the cycle of samsara. The concept encourages us to deeply examine our lives and ask ourselves, how do our actions influence our future? How do our attachments and desires keep us bound to this cycle of suffering? And most importantly, how can we break free from it? The nature of samsara. Samsara is not a place, it is a process, a dynamic and ever-changing cycle. It is often depicted as a wheel with 6 realms that represent different states of existence. These realms are not static, they are in constant flux, and beings in these realms experience various forms of suffering, pleasure, and pain based on their accumulated karma. In the center of the Wheel of Samsara, there are 3 animals, a rooster, a snake, and a pig. These 3 animals symbolize the root causes of suffering in the cycle: ignorance, desire, and hatred. Ignorance, symbolized by the pig, keeps us unaware of our true nature and our interconnection with all beings. Desire, symbolized by the rooster, represents our insatiable cravings for pleasure, power, and material possessions. Hatred, symbolized by the snake, leads to anger, fear, and destructive behavior. These 3 poisons are the driving forces behind the perpetual cycle of samsara, creating endless suffering and ignorance. The realms themselves are also important to understand in the context of samsara. The 6 realms are divided into 3 lower realms, which are considered realms of suffering, and 3 higher realms, which are considered more fortunate but still subject to the cycle of samsara. These realms are: 1. The Hell Realm. This is a place of intense suffering characterized by torture and despair. Beings in this realm experience the consequences of negative karma driven by anger, hatred, and cruelty. 2. The Hungry Ghost Realm. In this realm, beings are plagued by insatiable hunger and thirst, unable to satisfy their desires. They are metaphorically starving for meaning and fulfillment in their lives. 3. The Animal Realm. Representing ignorance, beings in this realm live with limited awareness and are driven by basic instincts. They experience suffering due to their inability to understand the world around them and make conscious choices. 4. The Human Realm. The human realm is considered the most fortunate of the 6, as it offers a balance of pleasure and suffering. It is in this realm that beings have the potential to seek spiritual liberation, as they possess the capacity for awareness and choice. The Ashura Realm. Beings in this realm are consumed by jealousy and desire for power. Though they have strength and intelligence, they are often trapped in a constant struggle for dominance and recognition, leading to frustration and conflict. 6. The Deva Realm. The Deva Realm is a realm of pleasure and enjoyment, where beings experience happiness and contentment. However, even here, the beings are not free from samsara. Their happiness is fleeting and they are still bound to the cycle of birth and rebirth. The role of karma. At the heart of samsara lies the law of karma, which asserts that our actions, thoughts, and words have consequences. Every action we take, whether positive or negative, creates an imprint on our consciousness. which shapes our future experiences. This idea of cause and effect is central to understanding why we are caught in the cycle of samsara and how we can eventually break free from it. Karma is not a form of divine punishment or reward. Rather, it is a natural law of the universe. It reflects the idea that our actions are the result of our intentions. When we act out of compassion, kindness, and wisdom, we create positive karma, which leads to happiness and liberation. On the other hand, when we act out of ignorance, greed, and hatred, we create negative karma, which keeps us bound to suffering and the cycle of rebirth. The path to liberation. While samsara may seem inescapable, the good news is that liberation is possible. The Buddhist teachings offer a way out of this endless cycle of suffering through the practice of mindfulness, meditation, and ethical living. The key lies in understanding and transcending the three poisons: ignorance, desire, and hatred, and cultivating virtues that lead to enlightenment. One of the most essential teachings for breaking the cycle of samsara is the Noble Eightfold Path, a guide to ethical living and mental development. The 8 practices of the path include: 1. Right view, understanding the true nature of reality, including the 4 noble truths. 2. Right intention, cultivating an attitude of compassion, kindness, and renunciation. 3. Right speech, speaking truthfully and avoiding harmful words. 4. Right action, acting in ways that are morally upright and beneficial to others. 5. Right livelihood, choosing a profession that does not harm others and is in alignment with ethical values. 6. Right effort, making a conscious effort to develop wholesome qualities and abandon unwholesome ones. 7. Right mindfulness, cultivating awareness and presence in every moment, especially through meditation. 8. Right concentration, developing the ability to focus the mind and attain deep states of meditative absorption. By following the Noble Eightfold Path, we can gradually purify our minds, eliminate the ignorance and desires that keep us trapped, and develop the wisdom necessary to see through the illusion of samsara. It is through this practice that we can achieve nirvana, the ultimate liberation from the cycle of birth and rebirth, embracing the journey of liberation. The concept of samsara may seem daunting, but it also offers profound hope. It reminds us that suffering is not permanent, and it encourages us to take responsibility for our actions. By understanding the nature of samsara and cultivating the virtues that lead to liberation, we can transcend our attachments, break free from the cycle of suffering, and ultimately attain enlightenment. We must understand that the journey is not about escaping suffering, but about transforming it. Through meditation, mindfulness, and ethical living, we can create a life of peace, wisdom, and compassion, which leads us toward true freedom. The Wheel of Samsara, in all its complexity, can be a powerful tool for personal growth and spiritual transformation, guiding us toward a life of deeper meaning and connection. The Wheel of Samsara reminds us that we are not victims of fate, but active participants in shaping our lives. The actions we take today, no matter how small, have the power to create a new reality for ourselves and for the world around us. By cultivating awareness and compassion, we can begin to free ourselves from the bonds of samsara and help others do the same. If you are ready to embark on the path of liberation, to explore the teachings of the Buddha, and to begin your journey toward enlightenment, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, like this article, and share it with others who may benefit from these teachings. Let us walk together on this path toward freedom, peace, and wisdom. This article provides a detailed exploration of the Wheel of Samsara and the path to liberation, offering both philosophical insights and practical advice. It aims to engage the listener with an emotional and spiritual appeal, inviting them to take part in their own journey of transformation and liberation.